Barstool Mincy of Barstool Sports here. I'm good friends with the Saints Happy Hour podcast, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm really just friends with Andrew Hughes, so I support him because I feel sorry for him. Good dude, but way too bougie to take seriously when it comes to football.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Ralph? If he was an NFL GM, a team would never win a freaking game. Trade this, sign this guy. Awful ideas and armchair quarterbacking, full-blown panic every show.
Marcus Marquez Callaway.
With Dave, here's the key. When he talks, just mute or fast forward 5 minutes. Hopefully he's done talking by then and headed back to the bathroom where he seems to eternally live.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Then Kevin, man, why the hell is he still on the show? He doesn't even watch the damn games, and somehow they keep inviting him.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Podcasting poverty, man. Who dat?
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. This one is YouTube only special. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, support the best Saints podcast on earth. Andrew, today I want to argue with the people. Everybody's arguing about where does Derek Carr sit in the NFC hierarchy of quarterbacks. The NFC quarterbacks are so terrible. You can barely get a list of 10 decent ones. There's really only like 8 good ones. But I'm going to argue with you today. Derek Carr, top 4 quarterback in the NFC. I'll admit Jalen Hurts better than him. I'll admit Dak is better than him. No one else. He's third. Stafford is old and his elbow is falling off. Murray, he's not going to play until November. Is Goff better than him? No. Kirk Cousins? No. Derek Carr, third best quarterback in the NFC.
Well, I guess we should start by saying at the time of this recording, the assumption is that Tom Brady's not coming back.
That's right.
So I have to stick to what I said originally when he retired again, which was I'm not getting fooled by this again. So until week 1 is here and he's not on the field as a starter, like I'm skeptical. So we're working with that assumption.
But he's not going to the NFC. He's not going back to Tampa. He's not going back to the NFC.
So you think. And then I would also say that at the time of this recording, like it looks like Rodgers
going to the Jets
is being traded to the Jets. So like we don't know that. That's not official. And if he stays in the NFC, obviously that changes the calculus. But I'm kind of assuming Brady and Rodgers are out of the NFC as we do this exercise. And I'm with you that Hurts and I guess Dak. I would give you those two. But yeah. After that, there's like a whole bucket of guys. And I think you could argue one way or the other, depending on how you evaluate QBs and which one you like the best. But there's a bucket of Geno Smith, Goff, who you just mentioned. And Goff is had a great year last year, really good. But he's been bad really leading up to that point. So although he had some decent years with the Rams, but I would say Carr is slightly better than Goff. But we could have a conversation about that. Justin Fields, not there yet. I think Carr's better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Kirk Cousins, I don't know if I agree with you there. I think Kirk Cousins, you can make an argument, but he's in that bucket. He's in that list. Kyler Murray, I would say, if anything, he's a big disappointment, and there's maybe some off-the-field stuff with him, or not off the field, that's not the wrong way to phrase it, but just leadership issues and, interpersonal problems in the locker room. Daniel Jones, I think
please get out of here with that.
Slightly
Daniel
overrated.
Jones. He threw 17 touchdowns. No.
Yeah, and now when you look at what he's getting paid, I think it's even worse for him. It's his evaluation, it's even more skewed. And then you mentioned Stafford, like you said, he's dealing with the elbow thing and he's on, is he going to come back and be the same thing? And I heard the Rams are looking at possibly moving him. So,
Stafford.
I actually don't hate your take. I don't hate it.
The thing with Stafford is, I just worry about, in a sense of, he took such a beating with the Lions that his age curve / fall off a cliff might not be the normal, hey, quarterbacks can play till 40 now, and Tom Brady did it, and Breeze did it, and Aaron Rodgers is kind of doing it with the Packers. And so Stafford, he'll bounce back from the injury. I just worry that he's different because he got his ass beat down with the Lions. And I just worry that his cliff might have arrived because he's 36. And if he played for a functioning team like the Saints or another team and he didn't get chewed up for a decade, he could play till he's 40. But now I just worry about him. So he's a huge question mark for me. He might bounce back and he might still be a top 4 quarterback. And he was really good when the Rams won the Super Bowl. But like, I just worry that his body's going to fall apart.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because Russell Wilson, that's immediately what that makes me think of is like aging body that took a beating. And Russell Wilson has probably taken more of a beating than anyone over the last decade. And he's 34. He's only 34, and we're already seeing signs that, like, he can't do it anymore. So maybe Sean Payton will help him and he'll bounce back. But, like, I think the physical toll that has been Russell Wilson's career is kind of starting to show its ugly face at 34. We saw that with Cam Newton. You know, he kind of had to maybe call it a day a little bit earlier than some of the other quarterbacks you talk about. So, yeah, I would say when you talk about the physical atrophy and toll that a career takes, Stafford feels more like Cam Newton or Russell Wilson than he does the other guys. So, and we know when the wheels come off, sometimes they come off pretty quickly. So, I hear that.
A final question, then we'll get out of here. Because Thomas wants to make these short. He doesn't want me rambling on for hours upon end for these YouTube clips. The YouTube clips got to be tight for the kids. So, my final question to you. Give me a statistical, because quarterback wins aren't a stat, right? Give me a statistical season that Derek Carr could have with the Saints, because he's got Olave, he's got Shaheed, Michael Thomas coming back. They'll draft a running back, they'll sign a running back, maybe they add a tight end in free agent. Give me your season that Derek Carr could have that you would be like, oh my God, he's the best quarterback in the NFC. Like, what would he have to put up stat-wise?
Well, I think QB rating is still a great stat. I mean, and you could argue QBR is better. I think QBR is better. It's a better metric, but QB rating is kind of more understood globally as like by stats that people look at.
I don't think it's understood. I just think we've used it longer.
Right. We use it more, but I actually think QBR is a better metric, but I'll go by QB rating just because that'll be easier for us. We understand the numbers a little bit better based on what we're used to seeing. But I don't think it's yards. I don't think it's touchdown to interception ratio. I don't think it's completion percentage, although like you definitely want him above 65. I think that's important. But to me, it's like if he has a QB rating of 98 or higher, then he's operating efficiently within the offense. And to me, that's like, yeah, if he's at 98 or higher, like he's executing this offense at a high level. I think this offense, if you look at just Andy Dalton's QB rating this past year, if you look at Jameis's QB rating the year before, I believe this is an offense. If you look at Taysom Hill's QB ratings when he's played quarterback and started for the Saints, I believe this is an offense that is very quarterback friendly when it comes to how efficiently you can operate and what that's going to do for you statistically in terms of efficiency. And so I actually think there's probably another stat, which is like red zone percentage. Like that's one thing about Carr where he's not Justin Fields. He's not going to be one-on-one with a spy linebacker, make him miss and score a touchdown. He's going to need a receiver that can make a difference in the red zone. But like that, I think that's still the area where the Saints will struggle a little bit because, they were really bad with Andy Dalton because Andy Dalton just
bring back Michael Thomas, please.
Yes. Well, and please be healthy, more importantly.
That's right.
But no, I think that's the area where I would say if he can be productive in the red zone, that would be really promising. But to me, it's QB rating. Have it above 98. That feels pretty good.
So I love it. So guys, this is our YouTube special edition, but become a patron. You get every episode of every podcast we do ad free. I know people hate the ads. No ads if you're a patron. You get swag. You get access to written content that Andrew and I do. It's amazing. It's the best Saints fan experience you can have. $7 a month, plus you get swag. SaintsHappyHour.com. Go there, sign up, support the show. For Andrew, for Thomas running the show back in Poland, I'm Ralph. We will see you again next time.